Hello to you. Beautiful week, and I hope you're doing well. Sunday, I hope that you'll come to worship or watch us virtually. We're going to think about another faith symbol. And the one I want to think about with you is one that right now is making my stomach growl a little bit. I haven't had supper yet, and I'm thinking of bread. I don't know that there's anything that has a smell quite like bread when we're hungry. Some of you may not like bread, but most of us have to do all we can not to eat too much bread. It just is basic to what we like in our lives for nourishment, for taste, and always has been. The Bible makes use of bread in a lot of ways that we celebrate regularly. Every Sunday at the gathering, we share from the Lord's table, and one of the things that we do at the Lord's table is we break bread together. Jesus took bread, and that bread was a great symbol of his love for all of us and for the way that he would sustain his disciples, take care of them. We also pray the Lord's Prayer every Sunday. A part of that prayer is, give us this day our daily bread. And it's an important symbol for us to pray for what we need today, for provision. And that's a rightful prayer. There's not one thing in the world wrong with us praying for what we need or for what another needs. God knows and will sort out ways and means for needs, but it's okay to pray for what we need to sustain us. I'm thinking today, looking back over some notes and may share a little bit about this Sunday. Recently, the Festival of the Booths, Sukkot, was an important time for our Jewish friends. They have a festival yearly and have for many, many, many decades, years, centuries, where they remember the wanderings in the desert, the 40 years that they wandered. They set up booths where they celebrate both the time in the desert that was hard, but also the harvest. They do it in October. And when the bread is harvested, they remember that God provided enough for the children of Israel. Manna is the story we like about how God provided not too much, not so much that they could store it up and save it and sell it and get fat off of it, but just enough for their family if they would go out in faith and take his provision. So in the Jewish faith, that's a very important thing to remember, that God is with us when we are in the desert and when the harvest is plentiful. He's with us in both times. So Sunday, the text, one of them that I'm going to share with you is Paul's great writing in Philippians. I've encouraged you in this letter today to read this before Sunday, chapter 4, verses 10 through 13. I have learned in whatever state I am to be content, for I know how to be abased and how to be abound. I, in any circumstance, have learned the secret of facing plenty and hunger, abundance and want. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Another translation of that I like is, I am able to cope with all circumstances through Christ who strengthens me. Sunday, we'll talk about how God provides for us when we're in circumstances that feel like the desert, and we're wandering, and we're without, and we're needing, and we're prayerful. How he also provides for us through wonderful times of much, when the harvest is in, and times are good, and there is plenty for us. So whatever situation you might find yourself in this week, God is there, and we'll talk about that on Sunday by remembering this very beautiful Christian symbol, bread. Hope to see you. We're still meeting and doing okay with how we're providing for safety and all this time of COVID virus. So if you feel good about coming, wear your mask for your neighbor and yourself. But come to the church service at 10 o'clock. We'll be meeting in a different location, and Jay will remind you, or Ann will, through an email on Saturday. So I hope that you will come and worship with us this Sunday. You take care. I look forward to seeing you soon.